The Miami Hurricanes played their spring game yesterday, and Cam Ward got absolutely active. But what can we take from this spring game? What do we think of Miami? How does it relate to the fall? It's only practice 15, so we say it a lot on this show. We take a temperature, not a diagnosis, of what Miami's going to be when it comes to that 12-game stretch. But regardless, man, like it's tough to not get excited when you see your quarterback do what Cam Ward did yesterday. It's tough to not get excited when you see 11-on-11 football being played. So we're going to be excited with you. If you are watching this, you're a college football junkie, okay? You're looking for a spring game reaction of your favorite team. We're talking about the spring game from your favorite team on a Sunday morning after it happens. So the bottom line here is we deserve each other. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're subscribed. And make sure you're following me right now on the socials at JD Piquel, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, it makes me feel good. That's one part of it. But even more importantly, we get to interact and hear from y'all. So it's a great medium for us to do that. The offense. Let's just be real. They look different with Cam Ward running the show. Like, there was a couple different quarterbacks that played yesterday. I don't think it's a secret that Cam Ward ran the offense the best. Had a great stat line. I believe he was somewhere in the range of 240, 250 yards, multiple touchdowns. The thing that I was encouraged by the most from him was when he played within the structure of the offense, meaning he's dropping back, hits that last step of the drop, ball is out. He was accurate. He was dialed in. He knew where to go with the football. There were a few plays where he ad-libbed the shovel passing stuff. I wasn't as excited about that. That kind of made me a little bit nervous from a Miami fan. But regardless, you see the playmaking ability. You see the ability to ad-lib. And, I mean, let's be honest now. Like, that's something that you need in college football right now as a quarterback that can create plays when they break down. And something they're excited about, I have to believe, in Coral Gables, that he adds that extra what-if element whenever they get off schedule and get off script. He can make something happen for you. So, with that being said, I feel like you leave the spring game feeling a lot of confidence about what Cam Ward can do. Okay, he looks to be as advertised within this offense. Only a scrimmage, but still looks to be as advertised. The big thing with him, the weapons they have in that offense need to progress with him to maximize his ability. Xavier Restrepo, you saw him be Xavier Restrepo yesterday. No questions there. You're excited about that. Isaiah Horton, looks like he's taking some strides. Ray Joseph, I don't think he was working with the ones, but I still saw some good things that, you know, if he has a strong fall camp, we'll see where he ends up on the depth chart. JoJo Trader, enough flashes to get you excited yesterday as well. So what I'm saying here is there's a lot of options here to, if they trend the right way during the summer and in the fall camp, there's a chance for that group, I think, to be a little bit better than some folks maybe would lead you to believe when you open up that preview magazine and see the outlook for Miami in 2024. The bottom line here for me, it's hard to take a lot from the defense, especially in a spring game, because, you know, you're playing a certain tempo, you're rotating a lot of guys. But I think when you look at Miami, you look at the overall roster, offense and defense, and it feels like they're trending right along with the plan that a one Mario Cristobal had when he took over at Miami. Because he took over Miami and the talent level was not where it needed to be. The record indicated as much. Last year, they were a lot closer, played some young bucks, went 7-5. They lost 4 games by 1 score. So I guess 7-6, including the bowl game. You hear what I'm saying? They were close in a lot of games. And I'm not here to give credit for woulda, shoulda, coulda, but I do think you'd be irresponsible to not look at the strides they made from year 1 to year 2 and the strides they can make from year 2 to year 3, especially given the fact that you've upgraded at the most important position on your football team, which is quarterback. How much better can you be if you were that close in that many games and you're trending a certain way on your roster? Because I think the previous thought was Miami's got some work to do roster-wise. I don't think they do anymore. I'm not telling you they got the best roster in the ACC, but I think they have the tools to get the job done in the ACC. They've got the pieces to make a real run at the conference. You couldn't have said that, I think, last year or the year before. I think you can now. And a lot of people say, well, you always say this about Miami. And they direct this at me. They direct this at other folks with a microphone during this part of the year. Probably directed at the Miami fan base. And the Miami fan base is massive, and they're very visible. So there's a reason why there's things being said at a higher volume than other places, because I got the bigger microphone than everybody else. But when I talk about Miami and the expectations I have for them, it's not based in this, oh, you just want to get clicks. You want to, like, yo, I don't make money based on clicks. I promise you, I see no revenue in relation to a Miami video. It just, like, that's not how this job works for me, to be fully transparent. So when I talk about Miami and the potential they have in 2024, they've earned the expectations. They've earned the right to have some buzz around them. Why? Because of what I just said. The games where they were right in the thick of it. Can they make that jump in 4 of those one-score games? That would change the trajectory of last season, change the trajectory of this season. Have a much better quarterback than last year. It's not to throw shade at TVD. It's just like you look at Cam Ward and what he brings to the table physically. There's a reason for optimism. You look at the talent they have coming back. There's 79, I believe, % returning production on offense coming back from last season. They have something to build off of there. Both coordinators back. Like, there's some things here that are really trending in a certain direction to where it's not just folks looking at a logo and saying, Miami should be somewhere in the ACC near that top. I think they've genuinely, by how they've trended, again, the statistical jumps they've made in total offense, total defense from year 1 to year 2, assuming they can jump again in year 3 from Mario Cristobal, there's a reason for some excitement. That culture in itself, I think, starting to become solidified, the way they do things, the way they attack on the line of scrimmage. There's a certain DNA that's starting to show itself about Miami now. So when we look at them in 2024, it's not just the buzz around the logo. There's real expectations that they've earned from what they've done on the field and how they've attacked the portal. Now, I do think they'll continue to attack the portal the second window when it opens up. I don't think that's really a secret for how they operate. But look at this roster now. Assuming they're even going to get better, they're going to be a player here in the ACC. Last thought here, the ACC, we've said it a lot on this show if you've tuned in for any length of time. I think there's a lot of question marks. Clemson, we'll see what they are. Florida State, I think they're going to be really good this year, but still, they bring back a lot of, or I'll rephrase that, they don't bring back a lot of proven production. They're 83rd in the country. We'll see what Miami is. We'll see how they factor in. But I think that throne within the conference is up for grabs. You got a quarterback in Cam Ward, you got a chance. Make sure you're subscribed. Let me know on Twitter and on Instagram at Judy Piquel how you feel about Miami's spring game and about their 2024 outlook. Won't be long now until we got games being played in the fall. Want y'all a part of it. Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.